so many people, I think, don't even realize that they're stressed, right? Like it's just this chronic cortisol. I call it like the cortisol driven sympathetic nervous system. Like you're just go, go, go all the time. And then sex also
Yeah.
just becomes like a to do list, right? Of like,
Yeah.
got to get that done too. And how do you
Hmm.
get people to realize, like, number one, your lifestyle does impact your sex life. But number two, what if somebody's like, I can't slow down. Like, I need the money. My kids
Hmm.
are in a bunch of it. Like, how do you give them the
Yeah.
tools? Number one, to see it. Number two, to do something about it.
Yeah. I mean, the first question is relatively easy, and you can ask a person, tell me about the last time that you had, great desire and you felt pleasure. And they'll often say, I was on vacation. The kids were away for the weekend. I got through everything. Like there's some sort of, and what's always interesting is the answer is right there. And I'll often say to people, there's nothing magical about that hotel room. Like there's, it's not kind of sprinkled with aphrodisiacs in the wallpaper. It's because you're there, right? You're fully showing up, you're fully present. The to-do list is irrelevant at that point because you're not doing laundry and you're not driving kids to soccer practice and that sort of thing. So people do have real life experiences of pleasurable sexual encounters, even among people who say I've had low desire for my whole life. There might be these. They might be sporadic and infrequent. So that's a way, again, to really emphasize the impact of being in a different environment, but also what happens when we step outside of our to do list. And then your second question around how do we then inspire people to maybe make life changes in a way that can help their sexual health and sexual desire. That can be a bit more challenging because you're asking them to do yet another thing, right? So in my world, that one additional thing to do is I might say, have you thought about taking up a mindfulness practice as a tool of helping you to be more present? And sometimes it's met with, oh my God, it's another thing I have to do. Like this is the opposite of what I want, and is also a reason why there's such an appeal to maybe taking a medication that supposedly can restore one's sexual desire. Maybe we'll put a pin in that one and come back to it later. So it can be challenging. And then I often might gently refer to the scientific evidence. Being a researcher, I'll say, there's fairly good evidence that suggests stress, multitasking, attention, well-being, feelings about yourself, self-acceptance, all these sorts of things directly improve desire. It's not just kind of a theoretical idea. These are topics that researchers have been studying for some time, and we've actually got really good evidence that when we make even subtle tweaks to these things, that we see improvements in sexual response.